There's a range of initiatives that are already happening, so they're not specified particularly in the white paper.
Jacinda Ardern. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Question number 4, Grant Robertson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. Does he stand by his statement, quote, "What we do environmentally matters a great deal, but we also want jobs, and we also want to make sure we're not prioritising that over everything else. I think we've got the balance about right."
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, yes.
Grant Robertson.
Speaker, when Cabinet made the decision for New Zealand to withdraw from the next commitment period for the Kyoto Protocol, what advice did they receive on the possible impact of such a decision on New Zealand's international reputation and clean green brand?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, the government received a wide range of advice on the overall issue of the implication of going down the convention track. What is fair to say is that if New Zealand was in the convention, in the a firm binding commitment period for CP2, when 85% of global emissions are not covered by that, in the view of the government, that would have quite an implication.
Grant. Point of order, Dr. Russell Norman.
Mr. Speaker, the question was about what advice had the government received about the impact on New Zealand's reputation. It is a very direct question, and the Minister did not answer that. He said we'd received a broad range of advice.
I accept the member's point if the Prime Minister could cover, because the question focused exactly on that issue. The Prime Minister in answer said that the government had received a range of advice, but the question asked on New Zealand's international reputation with respect to our clean green image. The Right Honourable Prime Minister, he could answer that.
Mr. Speaker, there was a wide range of advice. I can't remember the specific advice in relation to the reputation.
Thank the Prime Minister. Grant Robertson.
Supplementary. Does he accept that New Zealand's clean green band is worth millions of dollars to our economy, hundreds of millions of dollars to our economy in sectors such as the primary industry and tourism? And if not, what is the latest estimate of its value?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, there's no doubt that New Zealand's clean green image has a very positive impact on the country, and I think this government's maintaining that. That's why we're putting so much money into water quality. That's why we've been emphasising renewable energy. That's why we have been bringing out national policy statements. Mr. Speaker, there is a wide range of things that we have been doing. But signing New Zealand up to a binding CP2 period when 85% of world emissions are not included, including countries like the United States, Canada, Russia, China and India, in my opinion, doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Grant Robertson.
Is he aware of studies that show a 5% drop in New Zealand's reputation for its clean green image could cost the economy more than 22,000 jobs, an annual direct loss of $455 million in primary product sales and a $155 million loss in international tourism? And why is he prepared to do this much damage to the New Zealand economy?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, no, and we're not.
Grant Robertson.
Supplementary question. Why is he prepared to sacrifice thousands of jobs in the forestry sector by abandoning the Kyoto Protocol commitments and, as Brian Fellow from the New Zealand Herald has put it, putting the emissions trading scheme into, quote, an induced coma?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, the member's quite wrong. If there is to be, yes, you are actually in this particular instance. We're not abandoning Kyoto. New Zealand is going to have a firm and binding commitment, which we'll announce next year. We are going down the convention track, which covers 85% of emissions. What we're not prepared to do is sign up to a binding commitment period 2, just in the same way that that member's not prepared to bind himself to a commitment period of another year of David Shearer.
Grant Robertson.
Mr. Speaker, how is Jeff Thompson, a member of the government's own climate change review panel, wrong when he says that the government's inaction on climate change will see, quote, our international reputation eroded, our trade reputation and our clean green image undermined?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, for a start off, with the greatest respect to Jeff Thompson, he doesn't have all of the information that the government has. Secondly, the government is running an emissions trading scheme. The government is going to come out with a binding target next year, and the government is going to follow the track that the UN Convention track that the vast overwhelming bulk of countries are going to. But if Grant Robertson wants to tell every New Zealand consumer and business that they have to pay more, and in the same breath get up and say he's worried about jobs in New Zealand, then he should go out in the campaign trail when he's the leader in a few weeks' time and say that.
Question number 5, Jonathan Young. Order.
Doesn't John Key go out and talk to .com?
Order. I think we'll probably score that about 1-1, and we will cease these interjections. Question number 5,